Jessie, and I'm back again with another one of my dessert recipes. This one's super easy to make because the majority of you will have these ingredients in your cupboard. For this recipe, we're doing peaches and blueberries in our crumble, but you can pretty much use any kind of fruit that you choose. So let's get into the video and let me show you how I make my fruit crumble. At this moment of time, you should have all of your ingredients laid out and your baking glassware or pan should be greased very well. You can now as well preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So you want to take your fruit and put it into one big bowl so you can mix it all together. For this recipe, I'm using about 3 to 4 cups of fruit, and you can pretty much vary it on how much you want of either or just one. And then once you mix everything all together, you want to do about half a tablespoon to 1 full tablespoon of flour and just sprinkle it all the way around and kind of mix it together. Once you're done doing that, you want to put your fruit into the baking glassware or baking pan and just evenly distribute it. So once you're done spreading around your fruit, you can take your baking glassware and just put it aside so we can move on to creating the crumble part. So for the next step, you're going to want to take your 1 cup of butter and just melt it a little bit in the microwave and then put it into a clean bowl. So in the next step, you're going to add your sugar to the mixture, and for this recipe it asks for half a cup of sugar, but I'm actually using a little bit less just because I don't like my desserts overly sweet, and also the fruit is going to bring out the natural sugars in the dessert anyways. But what I am going to do is add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar because I like the taste of the brown sugar for some reason a lot more than just the regular white sugar. After you're done with adding in your sugars, you're going to add your 1 cup of flour and mix it very well together into the mixture. So what you're going to do next is you're going to take your half a teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder and incorporate it into your mix. So in this next step, I'm as well going to add a little bit of cinnamon. Some people don't like it, so you can skip the cinnamon part, but I'm going to add it in just because I love the taste of it. So next what you're going to do is mix that all together into the flour and butter very well. What you're going to do next is incorporate your oats. I'm using overnight oats in this video, but you can use any kind of oats. And as well, as you're mixing, if you find that the mixture is too runny, you can add more oats to it, so start out slow. I usually end up adding more than 1 cup of oats. Sometimes it's an extra cup or even half a cup. So once your oat mixture is ready, you're going to bring it over to your baking pan with the fruit. And you're going to want to spread it evenly across the top of the fruit mixture. What I like to do here is take a fork to help me kind of press it down a little bit and flatten it in areas where it may be a little too clumpy still. Now this is just my personal preference. I like to add the cinnamon on top of the oats again just because I love the flavor of it once it comes out of the oven on top of the oats. As well, I'm going to add a little bit of brown sugar and sprinkle it on top of the oats. This way it kind of caramelizes the top once it's baking in the oven. So you can go right ahead and pop your crumble into the oven for 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I usually keep it in the oven for 30 to 45 minutes to sometimes an hour depending on the oven. there you go. There is your fruit crumble out of the oven. What I usually like to do is put into small bowls and add a little bit of vanilla ice cream on top when I'm treating myself or my guests. And there you have it, the easy fruit crumble recipe. I hope you enjoy this recipe, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe so you can get the latest updates on future dessert content and all my videos.